Okay, so I'm just getting home right now. Um, I I just had a really good talk, and in my talk, it got brought up of how often people in my stage of life, after being addicted to drugs for, I was first time I shot up heroin when I was 16, so let's say 8 years, right? I'm 24 now. Um, they'll feel like if only I could get back that time, right? Think about how further along in life I would be, right? Which is probably true, right? Maybe I'd be in school. I would have probably been more stably employed until now and been promoted and further along there. But here's the upside of it, right? That's more of a victim way to look at my past, which isn't good. It's never good, right? It's never good to say poor me, because you can't go anywhere in life if you're always saying poor me, right? What am I going to do? Poor me, right? No, you can't get out of that. You have to change your way of thinking, right? So instead of that, I think about this, right? I wouldn't be who I am today if I didn't have the experiences that I have had throughout my life. I would And what I've realized through the experiences, I would say the biggest thing that even drugs brought me, right, was external fulfillment. I needed something to make me feel okay, because throughout my life, I've never had the guidance, or whatever the reason, I've never known how to fill my own cup. I've never known how to be okay on my own without something else making me feel that way, right? Whether it's been drugs, relationships, women, guys, sex, whatever the fuck it is, money, work, whatever it is, it's external fulfillment. And now I realize I don't need it. And if I hadn't been through this walk of life, I probably would have been in that chase for my entire life, trying to chase women, getting drunk, right? Trying to grasp at things to make me feel okay, right? Because there's a void within me, right? That I can't fill no matter what I do, so I try to cover it up, right? And I'm not saying I don't feel like that today. I do, but I use different things, right? There's hard days. There's days that maybe I fucked up and I did something I shouldn't have done, right? But I use coping skills to do that. I work out, I distract myself, I read, I write, things like that. But what I have today that I wouldn't have if I didn't do what I did in the past, if I wasn't addicted to drugs, if I didn't fuck up for so many years, is I wouldn't have the awareness that I do today, which is, it's also realizing who I am, like realizing I'm not just a meat suit hobbling around this world, right? There's a spiritual essence in here. I have energy inside of me, right? I have yogis call it the God within. I have that. And I can never, and with that, it's just, there's unlimited amounts of love and fulfillment and things along that nature, right? And I know that today, as long as I keep making the right decisions I know are good, I will stay in line with that. I'm not going to give it a name, because people can do that on your own, whether you're Christian, Catholic, Jewish, whatever, right? Unless you're just a complete atheist, I feel like we can all agree that there's a certain energy inside of us all that we can tap into. We know the right from wrong, that you feel energy and peace from, right? I probably wouldn't even know what that is, right? Just awareness. Don't sell yourself short. Every human being on this planet right now is capable of extraordinary things. It's about realizing that I'm capable of extraordinary things. Regardless of where I'm at in my life right now, I know that. And I know that one day I will be where I'm supposed to be. Right now I'm where I'm supposed to be. All of it. It's all going to come together. It's all going to make sense, right? And in the end, the only person I really need to believe in is myself, right? All right. I hope I didn't babble too much. All I'm trying to do is maybe reach someone and help. But please realize your potential. Realize no matter how much you chase women, guys, relationships, sex, money, cars, whatever the fuck it is, it's never going to be enough, okay? A promotion. You have that center place inside of you. Everyone does. All you have to do is realize that. Like, it just has to get shitty enough to where you're willing to realize that and willing to change your perspective, right? Because that's only the thing that separates you from I, is a matter of perspective and belief systems, right? That's actually what got me here today, is relationships, right? So I've tackled drugs. Drugs are an external fulfillment that made me feel okay when I didn't feel okay, right? And I feel like I needed to feel okay. Now it's relationships. Now it's women. And that is my next, that is what I'm getting over now, right? I have a problem with identifying in relationships, getting in new relationships and just being consumed by the other person, right? And just letting that, then they control me though, right? Then my mind and everything else is consumed by them. So I'm no longer in control. And you know what I'm fucking tired of? Is not being in control of myself, right? Or I'm not even, let's say I'm not in control, but letting external things influence my decision making, right? I'm done with that. I need to work out myself. I need to figure out who I am, right? Because when you're on drugs for that long, you lose who you are. I don't give a fuck who says they don't. You do. You identify through that. You find fulfillment through that. You don't know who you are if you've been on drugs that long. And that's what I'm doing. I'm not letting anything stray me from my path. And that is what I'm doing. I'm finding out who I am, and I'm figuring out how to fill my own goddamn cup and be happy without external things, or be fulfilled without external things, right? Be okay without external things. And right now it's relationships. Relationships, that is my next hurdle, and that is what I'm going to get over, is needing that. Thank you guys. I hope someone sees this, whatever. Bye.